Came out aggressive. That's what we wanted to do. It was kind of a weird game. They were on the field for a while. We were sitting for a while, and so it's kind of just weird to get into a groove at that moment. So, there's some drives that we probably went back, but we left everything out there, and I do think that there's some precision and detail that we do need to clean up for next week.
Talk us through that first play.
Yeah, I know I had Jalen on the post, and as long as that safety just gave me enough time to, let it loose and put a ball out there for him, I was going to do it.
Have you seen the replay of how he actually caught it?
Yeah, he got caught on the dude's back. That was crazy.
Is that about the most electric start to a season, 2 plays you could have drawn up?
Yeah, it was kind of reminded me of Baylor a little bit from last year when we kind of just scored, with 3 plays against them. But this at home, you can't beat that.
What was it like to be able to have the confidence of the coaching staff to have 2 deep shots called in the first?
Yeah, that's Coach Mouse for you. So that's what he brings to the table. He's aggressive, he's unique, and we're going to keep doing that, all season long.
What was it like having that QB sneak touchdown lining up under center?
Yeah, we had a couple of those last year. I trust my offensive line. We got dudes up front, so I'm just going behind. I can really pick my poison up there. So, I knew we were going to get that in just because of the guys we have up front.
How was the rhythm between you and Mouse? I know obviously you weren't talking to him on the radio, but in terms of the play calling, did it feel everything in rhythm?
Yeah, I was comfortable with everything today. If I wasn't, he's open for me to talk. But I felt like we did have a good communication style today, and just leading on into next week, hopefully improving everything with that.
And you probably have talked about this. The first series seems like a video game. I thought you were on Madden it.
Yeah, it did. But I also do think that a boo hurdle was more like a, Madden, video game type play. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Did you feel in rhythm? Especially early?
I did, especially early. And then, like I said earlier, just them being on the field for so long, us being sitting down, just never really kind of getting into a groove. At some points we did, but it was kind of a weird game just on that end. So just honing in, getting back in on Tuesday and Wednesday with good practices and getting ready for, our next game.
I know. A lot of that 12-minute drive, does that take you guys out of, I guess, a groove, to your point? Does that just discombobulate?
Yeah, I think it does. I feel like that would, to any team, but, we just got to keep getting better and be prepared whenever. Just sudden changes, that's what Coach Campbell always says. So.
What did you do for that whole drive? Did you have work to do, or did you end up just waiting?
Yeah, I was on the iPad a little bit, staying hydrated, but just getting up, staying loose, throwing the ball around, and, just stretching.
Having the radio and the helmet, how was that whole thing like for the first game with it?
Obviously, there's tips and reminders that Coach Waters tells me, before each play, which is huge for me. If we do have time and I see something that's wrong or on a check and we have time, he'll let me know in the helmet. And so that's a good part about it. And I'm excited for that, that new play style that we have.
Not being able to watch the film yet, are there any areas you feel like you want to improve before next week?
Yeah, I feel like there's some, throws with accuracy-wise that I want back, and just knowing when it's man and when, where my players are, where my, stars are, just giving them the ball and letting them, play. And there's a couple throws I probably, should have hit those guys, but, a win's a win. We're going to celebrate this for, another hour and then, move on.
The first throw to Jalen, was that one of those passes you talked about? Because they were blanketed and somehow he came down with it.
Yeah. What I told Jalen before that play was if he got a step on that corner and that safety, he was slow to go. I was going to let it loose and go put him a ball out there for him. So that's what happened.
Was that like before the game?